This is Mr. Sinister, and I have taken over the Mr. Hornsby 83 show tonight for his Shark Week special. Because I am the guy, the King of Kings, Mr. Sinister. Get the heck out of here, Jesus Christ, man. Ugh, crazy picture. Anyway. Let me grab something. Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby 83. This is the Mr. Hornsby 83 show, and figured I'd do a little comedy at the beginning of the show. I'll hold this freaking knick-knack for Shark Week. I usually do not big on knick-knacks, but, you know, my daughter got it for me while she was in Anna Maria, so I'm gonna hold it for Shark Week video. This week's Shark Week I really enjoyed. Very mad that I missed last week. Go. Almost 11:30 anyway. We'll take it off, put it up, and get downstairs. Anyway, so this week's Shark Week I thought was pretty good. The things I found interesting for this year's Shark Week was they did one last night where apparently they may have found proof that a shark that was, you know, supposed to be extinct in the 1970s still alive. I think it was like Poch, something like that. Shark or whatever. I can't pronounce the name, but it was a P word. And apparently it's still alive, even though it was said to be extinct in the 1970s. Also, the one they did Sunday I found was where, you know, where they had Rod Kriegel come back for this really kick off the big Shark Week thing, and he suckered Anthony Anderson. What the fudge was that one guy's name? Joel McHale, Damon Wayans Jr., and that one guy that's in a bunch of comedies, kind of looks like a certain other actor, but he's not. But anyway, they suckered him into. He told him it was going to be a guy vacation and all this stuff, but it was really just a way for them to help him, you know, tag I believe a tiger shark. Yeah, I forgot the name of the tiger shark because they gave it a name, but the name of the tiger shark was pretty cool. Also, the one they did last night about that shark that was supposed to be... I already seen him. But, I forgot what they named that tiger shark, but it was some kind of name they had for it. Might have been Big Blue or something like that. Or that might have been another Shark Week show I watched. I don't know. But, yeah, that episode was pretty funny. I thought it was going to be one of the more stupid episodes for Shark Week, but it was actually funny. Especially seeing how, you know, Anthony Anderson and them were all freaking out and, you know, having to be surrounded by sharks and all that. And, by the way, what happened to all that weight Anthony Anderson lost? It looks like he's gaining some back, but, you know. Yeah, he went off the diet or whatnot, but who knows. So, yeah, I really thought that was a pretty funny one. I liked the one about the shark that was supposed to extinct in the 1970s. No dolphins versus sharks this year. I know last year they did one, and I think I seen last year's episode earlier today. But I want to see a shark eat a dolphin. I want to see a shark eat a dolphin. All you dolphin fans out there, oh well. I love sharks. I won't swim with them, but I don't want them to die or go extinct or anything either. Speaking of extinct, there was also a show called, what was it, Destination Uncharted or something like that. I really didn't watch the frickin' movie special thing they did last year. But, alright, last night, not last year. It was running across on times on other stuff I was watching. So. Plus, I felt like it's probably one of those things where it was a fake thing, like, you know, like they done with a couple other things on that show. But, mostly based on real life events. But I watched a little bit of it here and there last night, but I really didn't watch it too much. But speaking of extinct, there was one about the Megalodon who I believe is still alive, but you know, people keep saying scientifically proven they're not. Scientifically proven they're not. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, Destination Uncharted or whatever was part of the show, and they had a very interesting episode because what it was apparently the guy that hosts that show or whatever found a Megalodon or they found out that Megalodons, you know, went extinct a whole full year before they a whole full millennium or something like that before they supposedly went extinct around the time they were supposed to, but it was actually a year or something like that before that, or like 100 years or something like that. But and they're saying pretty much the reason why is because when their food supply died, which was like these big whales, blue whales I think they were called, or blue something whales, but apparently when they supposedly died, the Megalodon started going for food that great whites hunted, like sails and all, a couple other big fish that great whites eat and all that, and they were like showing that off, and they were talking about how because of the great white being more agile and, you know, smaller and that, and has a more effective bite than a freaking Megalodon, which is crazy. Megalodon was like the biggest shark ever at one time, but has a better bite radius than what the freaking, like, their teeth could cut through something quicker than a Megalodon's teeth. So it was pretty interesting watching that. I mean, like I said, I still believe the Megalodons are alive, and they just stay way down deep in the ocean and they eat bigger stuff that's down there. But, you know, if that is the case, and if they are really extinct, like everybody keeps saying they are, then the great whites is why they're extinct, because they're saying, well, they pretty much died of starvation because great whites could get to the seals faster than a Megalodon. They could bite through a seal a lot quicker than a Megalodon, bite through whales and dolphins and all that stuff better than a Megalodon. And I found that one pretty interesting. That was like probably my favorite one that they showed this year for Shark Week. My favorite episode was that one. I really, if that is the case, then Jesus, the great whites really established themselves as the king sharks by, you know, outplaying the Megalodon for food. But yeah. Then there was another one where they were like, oh yeah, Deep Blue was a great white shark, where they were trying to find that really huge great white again or whatever, and they couldn't find it. It wasn't that made up nonsense about the submarine crap like they did a couple years ago. It wasn't none of that nonsense. It was actually something real. They feel like it's like probably one of the biggest great whites ever, but I don't think it was length, but like weight wise it was bigger. Like it was the biggest one ever. And they feel like it might have ate another great white, like a smaller one, like a 9-foot one, because this one's supposed to be like 20 foot. They're really big as far as weight goes. But that one's pretty interesting too. I was hoping they'd find it. They didn't find it. Also, like I said, the one about that shark that's supposed to be, you know, extinct. Now look, there's still a few more days of Shark Week. There might be something else I like. I already know. But so far, those are the shows I've liked, the episodes I've liked that they've done for this year's Shark Week. And, you know, if the great white did beat out freaking Megalodons, like food-wise, then yeah, they really are the king of the ocean. And the king of all sharks. But yeah. So yeah, Shark Week earlier this year was really good. I watched some of the stuff they showed last year. They showed that Shaq episode again. And they showed a couple other things. And I really enjoyed this year's Shark Week. Now, like I said, there's still a few days left. You got today, and then you got tomorrow. But usually, like Thursday and Friday, they just show repeats of all the other stuff that they've showed from Sunday to Wednesday on Thursday and Friday. I don't even think they do a Shark After Dark special for Thursday and Friday. I think they are tonight, or one of the ones they're going tonight, about a monster Mako. I don't care about the Mako. I care about hearing about great whites, bull sharks, and freaking hammers, tigers, and all that stuff. And like I said, I won't swim with those fish, but I do like finding out stuff about them, interesting little tidbits about them. Yeah, Makos, and I don't care, even though Mako's teeth look a little more dangerous than a great whites because of how big their teeth are. But, yeah. Anyway. I know definitely Friday and Saturday they do show a bunch of repeats of the shark. The stuff they showed from Sunday on. So yeah, so far this year's Shark Week was pretty good. Now, done talking about that, there is a reason why I started out this video with a Mr. Sinister theme start. And that is because I picked up something at Comic the Game today. And I'm going to grab it and show it off here. Something I said I was going to get when I saw it at Toy Fair, and, you know, I went ahead and got it. My son was a little jealous, but I told him I'll buy him one for Christmas or his birthday, but bam! The new Hasbro Marvel Legends Mr. Sinister. They showed this off pretty much at Toy Fair this year, and I said in my Toy Fair video, I was getting this sucker. I was going to get one for me, and I was going to get one for my son. Look how awesome it looks. Look how creepy he looks. That's how Mr. Sinister should look right there. And, you know, I was worried that, you know, the parts they made black are really going to clash with this on this figure, but seeing it up close, when I seen it up close yesterday, and then seeing it today when I purchased it, look at that. That's just such a work of art right there, man. And I usually don't buy Marvel Legends stuff. I buy the Marvel Legends stuff for my son, but I really don't buy it. But I had to get Mr. Sinister. He is my favorite. Look, my two favorite X-Men characters, one's a hero, one's a villain. Y'all know my favorite X-Men hero is Wolverine. This is my favorite X-Men villain right here. And next to him is Omega Red. I love Mr. Sinister and I love the Omega Red. But, you know, I also want to compare it because I still have the Toy Biz one I bought for my son. And I said this was the best Mr. Sinister they made when Toy Biz had the Marvel Legends line. Yeah, this one was good. But compared to this one, it just blows it out of the water, man. This one, the Hasbro one, I like a whole lot better than this. And I want to give a big shout out to Comic Games for actually having these. I saw it on their Facebook page Tuesday night. I'm like, I'm going to go there, I'm going to look at this thing up close Wednesday, and I'm getting it today. And that's exactly what I did. Because my wife got paid today from her job. But I was like, oh. So big shout out to Comic the Games. I love this. And, you know, like I said, I don't collect Marvel Legend figures, but look, I mean, from the goatee to the cape, the diamonds, I mean, it just, oh my god, I love this one. Well, I really like this one. I'll say really like, but I love this one. This one is an amazing figure. I'll do a full review on it when I buy this for my son, which I'll probably end up getting in Comic Games, but look at that. And this thing's heavy too. And you know, the only other thing in here with it is just the Wendigo freaking Wendigo arm. Because it builds Wendigo. Man. This is amazing. You know, like I said, I'm usually a NECA collector, but you know, I couldn't pass up this Mr. Sinister. I could not pass it up. I mean, when I saw this thing at Toy Fair, I'm like, man, I gotta get one for me and my son. And like I said, I don't buy Marvel Legends much, but woo, definitely bought that one. I mean, and look at, you You know, it's got the freaking goatee. This one looks like he has a full beard. You know, the goatee is much better on this. The cape, everything. I think this is taller than that. Yeah. From the looks of it, this one is bulkier and taller than this Toy Biz one. But yeah. So, big shout out to Comic Games for having this, but I seen it on their Facebook page Tuesday night. I'm like, man, I gotta go get it. I saw this sucker. I was like, if I like it, I'm getting it. I got it. This thing's awesome. Hey Elizabeth, I used this for my video for Shark Week. Held it in my hand. Right now I'm talking about this because of how awesome it is. But yeah, man. Probably gonna show it off on my Facebook Live tomorrow too when I do the best places to have for pages in GTA. But what?
It's like frozen on just you. It's still going. 16.
Oh, yeah. We'll see how it plays out when the video's done. But yeah, that's just an amazing figure. Now I'm gonna give some more shout outs. I'm gonna give shout outs to the Black Ops Killer. He just did he did a Fortnite video with John Wick. He done a couple Friday 13s playing this part 6 Jason and like part 7 and all that stuff. Mr. Fox, who hasn't done a video in a while. Also Elite Best 3 hasn't done a video in a while. Heavy Metal Turtle, who just showed off that he has the new NECA Freddy vs. Jason Voorhees. Which, I haven't watched the video yet, but I'm kind of, jealous for my son because he wants that Freddy vs. Jason figure as well. I hope they're able to make the Freddy Krueger to go with it because it would make no sense to release the Jason and not release the Freddy. So hopefully, before NECA lost the license, hopefully they had that freaking Freddy Krueger set up and was ready to go, and they're just pushing it through production, and then it's gonna be the Freddy figure's gonna be out afterwards. I don't know. They also had some other stuff too. They had the Super Freddy. But right now, he's got it at a pretty high price. The Super Freddy is kind of like one of those cloth type figures, not an alternate edition, but it still looks awesome. The Super Freddy, they got the Freddy that was out several months back from part 5, where he's like comes with the doll that he's feeding to the girl in part 5. I'm trying to think of her name. She was one of Alice's friends. Greta, yeah, because her mom kept trying to make her a supermodel, but yeah. Also, a quick note too, they have all the X-Force Wave as well. Also, the owner's wife was talking about she had to restock when I was buying this from her. I'm like, there's no Nightcrawlers on the shelf. And this was the last Mr. Sinister on the shelf for the first set, so they probably, when she restocked, I don't know if they had more Sinisters in that box or not. But yeah, they got pretty much the whole X-Force set there. I think the one that, the ones I didn't see was, the guy with the Canadian outfit from Alpha Team. The Stealth Wolverine, but they did have those at GameStop. Vindicator, yeah, I think that's his name. Vindicator and Stealth Wolverine was not on the shelf, but if she did restock, then they probably put those on the shelves. A Nightcrawler I didn't see either. This would have been sold out had I not went and got it at the time I went and got it. So I was glad to pick it up. Yesterday there was 2 left when I went and seen it. And but yeah. And I will probably put those videos in my description box for Heavy Metal Turtle and Black Ops Killer. I'll probably put his last 2 Friday 13th ones in there. And I will put Heavy Metal Turtles and NECA Jason after I watch it in my description as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, like I said, very good Shark Week this week, especially the freaking one about the great whites possibly being the cause of the extinction of the Megalodon. I like the fact that a shark that was supposed to be extinct is now re-emerged and it's not extinct, so that's good. But they're highly endangered. The tiger shark one, the one they did Sunday where they were trying to tag it, was pretty funny. I liked it. The frickin' film thing they did yesterday, I don't know. I really didn't care for it. But yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Catch you guys later, and peace out.